Thomas pushed his way along the overgrown track. Annie and Clarabelle were not happy.
Thomas, please! Where are we going?
Don't worry. This shortcut is going somewhere. We'll be out of the woods soon, and then...
Thomas had hit a rotten buffer in the undergrowth, and his wheels had come right off the track.
Oh, no! I can't back up! I'm stuck!
The passengers were not happy. Now they were going to be very late indeed. Thomas felt terrible. And then he saw his friend Bertie.
Hello, Thomas. What are you doing in there?
I was trying to find a shortcut, Bertie, but I've come off the rails, and now my passengers will be late.
Oh, dear. But maybe I can take your passengers for you.
Thomas's passengers thought that was a very good idea indeed. But Thomas still felt very silly.
So Percy continued with his other jobs, which led him to the Blue Mountain Quarry.
And what's best is that it's for little engines like us. I wonder if my special funnel would win a prize. There's not many quite like it after all.
Your funnel is nothing compared to my splendid wheels.
Anyway, the show is being held at Ulfstead Castle. I hope you can all make it there.
Splendid wheels. Steamroller wheels, more like.
What was Percy talking about?
Wait till you hear this.
One day, Toad decided to talk to Oliver, the Great Western Engine. I'm always going backwards, Mr. Oliver. I have forward-thinking views. I could be a leader, if you know what I mean. You can't be a leader without a train to follow you, Henry scoffed. You don't have a train. Toad felt sadder still. Oliver wanted to help. You're a really useful brake van, Toad. You help me brake, and you keep those pesky tracks in order when we go down hills. I know, Mr. Oliver, but it would be so exciting to go forwards for a change, instead of always seeing things sliding away from me. Later that day, James was sat taking on water. He had just finished pulling a goods train and had hated every single second of it. Thank goodness that's over. Now I can finally pull something that isn't dirty trucks. Just then, Emily stopped beside James. She was on her way to the flour mill. Hello, James, said Emily. Guess what? Sir Topham Hatt has given me the flour mill special. You're lucky, James huffed. I have to do the Black Lock run later. What's wrong with Black Lock? She asked. There are boulders all over the tracks, moaned James. They bash your buffers and scratch your paint. That doesn't sound too bad. You're just complaining over nothing, she puffed. And, continued James, there's the Black Lock monster. Emily felt her boiler turn cold. What's the Black Lock monster? She asked. Nobody knows, said James. Black figures move in the water and then disappear. And James puffed away. Emily was pleased she didn't have to go to Black Lock. As soon as she had filled up with water, Emily puffed away.
That day, everyone wanted the chance of a last ride. The passengers joked and sang, but Toby and his driver wished they wouldn't. Goodbye, Toby, said the passengers afterwards. We are sorry your line is closing down. So am I, said Toby. Nobody wants me, Toby thought, and went unhappily to sleep. Next morning, the shed was flung open, and he woke with a start to see his driver waving a piece of paper. "Wake up, Toby," they shouted, "and listen to this. It's a letter from the Stout Gentleman." Toby listened but I mustn't tell you any more, or I shall spoil the next story.
Later, at the transfer yards, Thomas was waiting for Duncan. Duncan puffed in. "Is that all the logs you can pull?" teased Thomas. "James is waiting for me at the wharf. I can't wait for you all day." That made Duncan cross. Thomas pumped his pistons. His trucks were now piled with logs and he was ready to leave. Then Duncan had a cheeky idea. "I can show you a quick way back to the wharf, but you have to go over Rolling River Bridge. It's very high." Thomas wasn't sure. "You big engines aren't scared of high bridges, are you?" puffed Duncan. "No, we're not," huffed Thomas crossly. "I like high bridges. Please, show me the way to Rolling River Bridge." So, the two engines steamed off.
Today's been so boring, hasn't it, Percy? I know. First I'm up till late with the mail, and then I have to cope with this troublesome lot. What are you looking at? I know what we can do, Percy. Fancy a game of hide and peek? Oh, we haven't played that in ages, Thomas. Why don't you go and hide first, Percy? I promise I won't cheat. Fine, but if I see that you cheated, I'll blame you for Edward's accident. Lick my face again, and so help me God, I will break your legs. Yeah, I promise. Okay then. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Stupid engine. As if I'm counting to 30. Oh, sod it. Ready or not, here I come. Meanwhile. Thomas will never find me here. Right, time to wait a couple of seconds. And... you cheated! Percy, how could I cheat when you're literally in front of me, with nothing blocking me from seeing you? Because you are stuck, didn't you? What? Yeah, you heard me. Percy, it's just me and you in the yard. Also, this is your worst hiding place to date. Oh, is it now? Yes, it is, Percy, but I promise I didn't. Found him! Oh. Well, that's my work done for the day then. Hello, Duck. How was the fish run? My wheels haven't stopped moving. I think I'm gonna go to the sheds to try and get some rest. Thanks for lending me Toad, by the way. Bye, you two. Bye, Duck.
Mr. Duck. When's your next train, Mr. Oliver?
Not for another 5 minutes. Why?
Can we play I Spy?
Yeah, go on then. You go first, Toad.
Okay, I spy, with my little eye, something beginning with T.
Track?
No.
Trucks?
Nope. Guess again.
Thomas?
Nope.
Trees?
There's no trees in the yard, Mr. Oliver.
Oh, yeah.
Do you want a clue, Mr. Oliver?
Yeah, go on. It better be a good clue.
It's the name of an animal.
What?
You do know what an animal is, don't you, Mr. Oliver?
Of course I do, Toad. But There's no animals in the yard. The only word that comes to mind is tiger.
You're wrong again, Mr. Oliver. Here's another clue.
This better be a good one.
It's clever.
Clever?
Yeah.
So, something that begins with T, the name of an animal, and is clever? A tarantula?
Nope.
Oh, I give up. What is it?
Me.
Really? Is that the best you could come up with?
Well, it was either that or a shed, Mr. Oliver. But I thought a shed would be much too easy.
You know what? I'm just gonna go and take my next train. Bye, Toad.
Mr. Oliver, wait for me! Wait, never mind, I can't move on my own. Oh.